Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EIKWM France deck G45G8 game with BlackJackDavie, Graey, and Field Watchman. So, it's time for 2-Win Tuesday, and this is game number 1. We're going for win number 1. Let's take a look at our opening pile. Bridge Farmer is pretty interesting, especially with Animal Breeder here. We've also got Dove Hunter and Animal Breeder. So I think probably the pick is Animal Breeder. And I'm hoping for Bridge Farmer or Dove Hunter to come back. Dove Hunter is automatic feeding, and Bridge Farmer is automatic fields. So either of those combinations would be extremely strong. And I should get one of them back since Village Lady and Baker's Servant are very likely to go out of this pile. So this looks like a pretty great Animal Breeder pick here. Very nice start. So with Animal Breeder, try not to build more than one wood room. Honestly, trying to build more than one room in general is difficult with Animal Breeder because this time you spend building your second room is often when you would also want to be getting animals breeding. It also can you can run out of fence actions if you don't get on it early enough in the game. So we'll see. If I did get Dove Hunter back, I would definitely try to set up round 1 Dove Hunter cattle breeding with Animal Breeder, just because that solves my feeding for like up until stage 5 pretty much. That one cattle would be enough. So yeah, I think it would definitely be worth delaying growing my family to get my family growth that settled. So I hope you guys are doing well today. Is everyone in the game? Field Watchman is not yet in the game, so let's pick Field Watchman. Get him in here. So it's been extremely hot in southern Ontario. We've had a heat wave for the last couple days. So I've not been going outside too much, but it's been pretty freaking great to have the AC. Alright, well, one of the best Animal Breeder cards here is Fence Deliveryman. One of the issues Animal Breeder has is having to go back to the major minor space repeatedly, but Fence Deliveryman just totally offsets that. Room Decorator. I think Room Decorator seems pretty good. But Manure Spreader, sheep to receive 1 food per zone field. I mean, Bone Collector would be a fine option, but Fence Deliveryman gives me multiple fence actions, which is exactly what Animal Breeder wants. So I just need to really make sure I have a lot of food, because of course Fence Deliveryman I'm spending food instead of wood. So I need to make sure I have access to lots of it. Okay. Nothing clear with Animal Breeder Fence Deliveryman here, but I think Frontiersman is an extremely strong card. I think the card is quite good. Could definitely take that. We've also got Mare Candidate here. I like Mare Candidate. Lets you build the well pretty easily. This is a good card, especially if I want to set up my fencing in stage 1, like round 1 and 2. Mare Candidate as a 2 wood action. If the 3 wood action is blocked, is a pretty good option. I think Frontiersman is going to be extremely strong, though. You know, you start player, you use it once incidentally throughout the game, and then you plan to start player in round 12 or round 11 to get the round 12 or 13 action. I guess the problem with using Mare Candidate before doing my first fencing is that animal breeder, I need to have 3 food available for my pair of cattle. So I can't plan to spend too many occupations, plan to spend too much food on occupations in stage 1. Probably animal breeder and fence liveryman are the only 2 I can actually afford. Played a 12 victory point cash crop with machete a couple hours ago. Nice. Nice. Not going to take Steaming Master. I think Recycler is really strong. But Recycler might not work perfectly with what I want to do with Animal Breeder. I could take a card like Forest Farmer. I really like Recycler. I really like Recycler. The question is that going to be too much to try to make Recycler work with Animal Breeder? I could do a safer play like Hoarder or Forest Farmer. Like with Forest Farmer, I'm basically guaranteed to have a very pretty farm. Yeah, I think I might not grow that many times, so I think a card like Forest Farmer could be quite useful. I like Forest Farmer. And Dove Hunter Wield, not the other one, but Dove Hunter is great here. Gonna definitely try to set up some breeding animals. Borrower is not bad for occupation spam early, and also it helps me pay for the first pair of animals, but Dove Hunter gets me an extra 2 food each time I eat a cattle. So we didn't get Bone Collector back, unfortunately. I kind of like Manure Spreader here now. Turning a sheep into a point, and then also getting some extra food, seems pretty decent to me. So if we could pick up, with Forest Farmer Frontiersman, if we could pick up some ways to play occupations from our minor improvements, as well as ways to play, ways to get crops. Yeah, I could have maybe done Recycler. I do think Recycler is quite good. Although the games that I've played Recycler in, like building rooms, has just totally dominated what I've wanted to do, and I'm not sure I would have had time to do anything else. Hard to say. If we could get, what cards would we really like? I mean, Carpet would be good because we actually have incentive defense early, so then we could hold the sheep. Maybe even use Carpet for our first family growth. Miners that would help us play our occupations at the end of the game, like Forest Farmer, Manure Spreader, Frontiersman. Yeah, if I could get something like Farm School, I'd be pretty happy. So I would use Farm School for sure. So we did wheel Mayor Candidate, which is interesting. I do think Mayor Candidate is good. Basket Maker is like, Basket Maker plus Dove Hunter is really, really settles my feeding. We'll try Mayor Candidate. I mean, I think if you can get 3 points out of it, it would be fine. It's difficult to get 3 points, but plays card plot 2 field by paying 2 grain. Breeder's Market. Okay, so Breeder's Market we've seen, and this card plus Animal Breeder seems really, really good. Heart of ocean, bake, use other people's ovens. No. Fishing action space, you can take a sow action. That might be playable on the rebound. Corral is okay. So you can hold animals on corral from unplowed fields or from unsown fields with forest farmer. But I'm not taking anything other than breeder's market here. Breeder's market, it's more of what animal breeder does, but importantly, it gets me the third. So like say I animal breed, and what I can do is I can animal breed, get 2 cattle, and then eat those 2 cattle in the first 2 harvests, and then the next time that I breed again, fence again, then I can get 3 cattle, and then I have enough to eat one, and then also start keep breeding back. Sitting bench. Returning home phase, if you obtained 1 or less building resources this round, you receive 1 bonus point. I might actually proc that a couple times this game, because at the late part of the game, I'm going to be focused on getting food and plowing. So this might be a card that we could take, but I probably won't take it here. Whenever you extend your home, place 1 clay from your supply in each of the new rooms. Oh, so this is attic, but it's called windows. All right. Attic but for clay. Scapegoat. Not lose points for missing. 1 bonus point. No thanks. Old tools. I do think old tools is nice. Scythe is interesting because of manure spreader if I want to sow multiple times. Seal. Whenever you play an occupation, you get a clay. It's fine. Not super exciting. Wish I knew how many I might not get all that many major improvements, so I think I'm not going to take old tools here. I don't really need to take Scythe. Scythe is kind of expensive. People might let it wheel. Seal is fine. I can definitely take Seal here. It's just a totally fine card. It does well, generally. Alright, so we got Muddy Bog here. There's also Avalanche. Couple pretty good cards. Wild Chickens. 4 food from the general supply on this card. Whenever you use a wood accumulation space. Oh, so this is like a 4 food. Nice. We'll take Muddy Bog. We know how good Muddy Bog is. We've seen it over and over and over. It's extremely good. Don't need to sleep on Muddy Bog here. Whenever you build 1 or more fences, you receive 2 grain. That looks like a slam dunk pick for me. So I'm going to do that maybe 4 times, maybe 3 times, probably 4 times this game. So this card on its own will get me maxed grain. Okay, so I do like Corral, but I don't really want to spend wood on it. And I'm probably not playing Forest Farmer until later in the game anyways, so I'll take Agriculture here. A read for a point, even if we ignore the rest of it, read for a point is just fine. Lumber, read stone food into start player lumber would be okay as well. I could definitely do that. But I've got Seal, so maybe I want a 3 wood into start player Seal. If we're not first. Looks like Gray's got some tough decisions. Waiting on Gray to make some picks, passes some cards. Yeah, his hand looks pretty synergistic. Just have to make sure. Some like I could do the prettiest of pretty farms. So Muddy Bog doesn't really go with Sitting Bench, but I could play Muddy Bog early enough that it doesn't matter. I'm kind of interested in trying to make Sitting Bench work. Thing is, after I build my wood room, and once my fence deliveryman, it'd be pretty good. Um, we could just take Scythe. I think Scythe is interesting. Might make Manure Spreader like pretty decent. Although the problem with that plus Double Duty Sledge is I'm gonna not need to sow that many times because I'm gonna get so many grain. But maybe we could do something like build an oven or something. I think I can take Scythe here. It's a little dangerous if we're gonna play Mare Candidate to want to play something that requires wood and stone, but okay, Brewery. Is Brewery playable? So let's say we get six grain out of Double Duty Sledge. I mean, Brewery should be pretty playable in that case. Dough is good as well if we do want to plan on baking, but Brewery gets us point ceiling, and I think this hand might need a little bit of point ceiling. All right. Game start. Master Huntsman's a pretty good start. We didn't pass. I guess we passed old tools, but we didn't pass any super improvement cards. I don't believe. Bone Collector. Yeah, for the Master Huntsman. Yeah. Right. Gonna get wood while doing that. So that's where it ended up most likely. Makes sense. Um, what's my first move here? Probably not expensive occupation. I think I like 3 wood here. Three wood, and then I could do something like start player seal. Yep. Or 2 wood or 2 clay. 2 wood or 2 clay is probably a little worse than seal. But 2 wood would be fine if we get that back. And actually we'll make BlackJackDavie quite happy because BlackJackDavie just played Storehouse Keeper. So he would really appreciate us passing him Reedstone food. So then I think the play is Animal Breeder into a wood action. Yep. Free occupation, Animal Breeder. And do, yeah. Fed's Deliveryman I can play in round 4. I'm fine with that. I think the plan is probably try to get 3 food and fence round 3, or 3 food and yeah. I mean, obviously, sorry, I have you're right. I have 3 occupations I want to play: fence deliveryman, dove hunter, animal breeder. Now, if I could afford to feed without playing dove hunter, that would be good because then I can let the cattle breed and eat the new cattle in round 7. But what I'm sort of thinking is, I'll get the 2 cattle, eat both of them round 4, round 7, then get new ones in new pair with breeder's market in round 8 or 9. I think that would be fine. So yeah, fence deliveryman plus a 3 food action looks pretty good to me. Hey Tim Pumbo, hope you're doing well today. Field Watchman playing Iron Plow here. That's quite early. I wonder if Field Watchman has that. I wonder if he took the 2 grain fields makes your wood rooms cheaper card. I think that card would be quite good. All right, so definitely want a 3 food action. Graey kind of wants it as well. We haven't seen the fireplace yet, so I could indicate that I'm going towards the fireplace by playing another occupation here. Problem with playing an occupation is I can't fence this round as well. So if I do play an occupation, I have to second action take the food. I can probably do that. Play fence deliveryman here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good combo. Oh, and I get a clay. So now I'm threatening the 2 clay fireplace. Ock food, ock fence. Yeah. I mean, I don't have to play Dove Hunter. I could play 2 clay fireplace, and also not fence. 2 clay fireplace and take 4 sheep. But this round, my moves are kind of forced. Yeah. But Gray's gonna start player window to lock up the 2 clay fireplace in round 4, so that's fine. Field Watchman's got Well Builder. Well, I'm glad I didn't really highly take Mare Candidate. I'll take the 3 food fishing. If I can first move 4 food traveling players, then I don't have to play Dove Hunter. Then I could actually let the cattle breed. Yep. Yep, 4 food traveling players. Yep. Now, if someone else fences here, this would be really bad for me, but assuming nobody else fences. So, looks like Field Watchman set up to build the first room. We're seated after Field Watchman. So if family growth comes in round 7, that would be good for us, because of course that would very likely give us time to get our room out. Although we are going into round 5 with 0 reed and 0 wood, so we're not particularly close. Field Watchman's going to build the well on start player. So this basically forces BlackJackDavie to take the 3 wood. This is a nice move here by Field Watchman, forcing BlackJackDavie to decide between the first room and letting Field Watchman get 6 wood. What he could do is not take the 3 wood and then force Field Watchman to pick between 6 wood in the first room. But if he does pick the first room, then I get 6 wood, which is probably too good for me. So we're going to fence 4, buy a pair of cattle. Breed, feed 6. Yeah, BlackJackDavie's recognizing the position. If family growth comes round 5, I'm pretty likely to get 6. If BlackJackDavie doesn't take the wood and family growth comes around 5, I'm pretty likely to get 6 wood into 3 reed. No, he does take the wood. All right, that's fine. I'll take 3 reed pretty highly. Actually, probably take 3 reed first move. Even though nobody's really threatening it, there are multiple 3 wood actions, and I'm gonna need 2 3 wood actions anyways. So, or I could always play Mare Candidate. So Field Watchman will build. So 3 reed into 3 wood or 3 reed into Mare Candidate. Both of those seem like fine options. Join late, do you have any payoff this game? Or just easy feeding? Yeah, not really. There's not really like a great animal payoff here. The double duty sledge is a payoff. Well, the brewery is a payoff, and the double duty sledge enables it. And just, yeah, having a really pretty farm. Ooh, first move start player from BlackJackDavie. I don't love this. Might be for a forced move, but first move start player when neither Graey or I can build. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Yeah, BlackJackDavie correctly recognizing no need to start player. Well, there might be need, but not with your first move. Graey upgrades his fireplace to a cooking hearth, gets him a wood while doing so. Field Watchman plays Hill Bandit. Oh, a little late there. A little late on that Hill Bandit. Yeah, right on time, as Graey says. Yeah. We'll grab 3 wood here. Maybe he has Eris. Ooh, we didn't pass Eris, but no, yeah, no, definitely not. First pick was Storehouse Keeper. So we want to make sure our Dove Hunter gets out. Yeah, Room Decorator. If BlackJackDavie also took Recycler, BlackJackDavie will be getting a lot of resources out of this Room Decorator. Especially if he also took Recycler. Alright. So one of the 4 wood actions look good. So family growth is round 6, so we probably have to start player into build. Renaissance Man? Nope, we didn't pass that one. Win Tuesday. I have to play like 40 games to get 13 wins. No sleep. No sleep for 3 days. I guess theoretically I could play 40 games in 60 hours. Well, 70 hours. So just no sleep for almost 3 days. Yeah, Wild Chicken seems pretty decent. Graey taking Clay here. So Graey is kind of being sneaky. He can eat his boar at any time to get the 5th wood. So I could maybe have start playered there. I guess there are 3 wood actions available. I could maybe have start playered to try to get on build room round 7. If I do that though, then I have to take wood, then I have to build room, then I have to get Occupation Dove Hunter. Makes things pretty tight. By then it'll be 21 Thursday. Well, if I win my first 2 in a row, it'll be 3 game Thursday. Because I have to play a game at 4 o'clock. This is going to be a very nice baking tray for BlackJackDavie to build the cooking hearth, or to build the clay oven on family growth. Get all of the food for this harvest. Very nice. Very nice combo. Storehouse Keeper plus baking tray. Just nice. Oh, 5 is the round he built in, I guess. Wonder why the 5 is there. Just place 1 of the spent resources. Interesting. I do have the opportunity to start player into build a room here. I wonder if Gray's got something, I'm sure. There's no way he doesn't have something going on here, but I think we can do this. I think we can start player Muddy Bog here. If we don't get Dove Hunter back, we can always build a fireplace. Yeah. D. You get 6 wood. Well, BlackJackDavie, if BlackJackDavie is thinking ahead, BlackJackDavie can take the 6 wood. I don't know if BlackJackDavie will recognize that, but BlackJackDavie can take the 6 wood because I'm not able to family growth with my second move. So family growth is safe for BlackJackDavie, but no, he's not going to recognize that. Well, that's pretty good for Graey. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Be Graey. Put yourself in the position where people pass you 6 wood. It's too... I don't know. I don't know how to use those Jedi mind powers. I don't have that ability. There are some, yeah. It is a threat. Dove A, net +2 food. You only lose 1 spot in the queue. Exactly. You're only falling back 1 spot at most, and the 6 wood immediately makes up for it. Yep, that's right. You're getting the extra action from the wood efficiency. So I'm going to play Double Duty Sledge on Family Growth over Breeder's Market, because I want to start collecting grain. And I have a good amount of animals already, and also I don't know if I'm going to have the food to use the Double Duty Sled, to use the Breeder's Market in round 9 anyways, so... Beetroot patch for Field Watchman. Plant veg. You get a bonus point if there's a veg at the end of the game. Okay. So I do not have to family growth with this move. So I have 3 food right now. I can buy a pair of boar or a pair of sheep. The problem is I don't have the space to breed all of them. So I wonder if I should build a cooking hearth here. Cooking hearth is a little redundant with Dove Hunter. But both the ovens are going to go, and I have a bunch of clay. And there's not going to be enough stone for me to build the pottery anytime soon. I think, yeah, the other thing I guess I could do is I could fence. Try to fence a second time so that I actually have room to breed. But that's spending a lot. That's going to end up, I'm going to end up spending a lot of food. So I would need a hearth either way. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy, I guess I could buy, I could just go for a 2 clay fireplace. Renault 2 clay fireplace here. That would be okay. Yeah, Renault 2 clay fireplace I think is okay. It's worse than the cooking hearth, of course, but you know what though? I'm going to have a lot of clay this game. More clay than I need. I'm going to pick up the incidental clay to Renault later. I'm just going to build the cooking hearth here. It's a little redundant with Dove Hunter, but I think it's okay. The fences cost 2 food. Yeah, so I would buy the sheep. But yeah, cooking hearth seems fine. BlackJackDavie's got Baker's Servant. Great card. Yeah, BlackJackDavie's got a nicely crafted hand. You can start player stone oven, build plow a field. Pretty nice. Gray's picking up 4 sheep again. So Field Watchman can certainly get in family growth around 10. Looks like Gray's got round 9 locked up because Gray will next action build. But Field Watchman hopefully jumps Gray for round 10 family growth. And if Gray gets jumped in round 11 as well, that slows him down a decent amount. But yeah, his action efficiency has been extremely high. Oh, Field Watchman building the 2 clay fireplace here. Interesting. If I wanted to screw Gray, I could leave family growth fallow. But that would mean not playing double sledge, and double duty sledge is going to be quite good for me. So I'm going to pay 2 food for my fences, get 2 grain. And then I'm going to pay a cattle, get net plus 1 food to buy 2 cattle. Alright. Davey could SP it. Yeah, I guess that's true if Davey plays Stone Oven. Especially with the 3 wood sitting there. There might be a chance for someone to grab 6 wood. Alright, next round playing Forest Farmer looks good. We want to get our Forest Farmer in play, and then we want to take wood. We want to start sowing our grain. Build for... I can't legally do that. There's no way for me to build 4 fences. I do get 4 fences, but I can't. There's no legal way for me to build 4 fences with the 4 already existing. Yes, with for perfect fence deliveryman value, you need to get a fence action in between your 2 4 fence actions. You're right, because then you can fence 4 each time. This way, I lost 1 efficiency. I lost 1 free fence by doing it this way, but it's okay. I just have to fence 4 instead of fence 3 later. Yeah, if I play Frontiersman and Forest Farmer, that gets me my 3 clay along with the clay coming in from Muddy Bog. So that's all the clay I need for the rest of the game. Because it gets me my clay for Reno. Playing Mayor Candidate might still be good. Especially if it gets me the resources to play Brewery. If it gets me the 2 stone. It's the power of Muddy Bog. That's right. 5 point something power Muddy Bog. BlackJackDavie is start playering here. Start player Stone Oven. This last, since my last move is taking forever. What's going on? Because BlackJackDavie had a couple actions in a row. I guess it took a minute, 20 seconds, a minute and a half on that move, so that's why it's so slow. I guess it's like a he's deciding on how to spend his goods, I suppose. How to spend his building resources, probably. So Graey could first move start player to line up to secure around 10 family growth. I think, knowing Grey's not that likely to do that, I think he'd rather take the boar or build a major improvement so that he can have a breeding pair of boar here. Yeah, I imagine that's what he's deciding on. Take the boar or build a major build a major improvement, get a boar, or start player. He's playing. Oh man! Well, this is the dream for Giant. Giant into double family growth. And I wish I had the Jedi mind control powers to make people give me 6 wood. I get it sometimes. But, if I could fence here, that would be pretty good. If I could fence and take the 2 boar. Although I don't really need to take the boar. Because when I fence, I buy animals anyways, but... Yeah, playing Forest Farmer this round seems good. And trying to... If I could play Forest Farmer and plow this round, that would be quite nice. Says I don't really want to play it. I don't know. Double family growth seems pretty good to me. That seems like a pretty good way to catch back up. Man. Avalanche. Let's see where the stone goes. I'm ready to take it wherever it goes. Cheap Hawk, expensive Hawk, family growth. Well, I'm gonna use expensive Hawk my next move for sure. Collector's Vase, Collector's Vase, however you say it. So interestingly, Graey used a very high pick on this because we did not see this card. This was his first or second pick. Very interesting. I thought it was quite a bit worse now that you have to spend 2, because when you're spending 2, it's that much more difficult for you to get the for you to keep it up every round. Yeah, he does have a lot of clay. He's saying 2 clay to window and don't use Vase's harvest. Okay. He might still be playing it, just not using it in the harvest. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't think that's how Giant works. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. Hill Bandit is putting a bunch of resources into the game, and the Room Decorator is putting a bunch of resources in. So I think it's probably going to be pretty good. And then Bone Collector, he's getting wood as well. Now, Window plus Collector's Vase is not as... Maybe it doesn't work as well, but... We're going to plow a field, pay a wood for a guest token. Oh, we need to not be the animal farm. What are we going to be? Do we have a forest farmer token? I don't think so. What are we going to be today? We'll be the magician. We're going to pull out some magic on 2 and Tuesday. And I can jump to... I kind of like jumping to start player to steal the wood on the cheap occupation space. Kind of like that idea. I can start player, play... Aquaculture? Oh, maybe I just play... I could play Breeder's Market here. Yeah. I think that would be fine. There is 4 wood available, but I kind of like buying that. I kind of like taking that wood from, or the stone from Occupation right away, playing Frontiersman. Oh, I need to do my harvest. So I eat, I dove a cattle, and then I'm going to have to eat a cattle now to have enough food to play Frontiersman. And also I get a clay, and I get a clay from Forest Farmer. I didn't take a clay from Forest Farmer either. How is there not a Forest Farmer token? Well, I think Chris probably designed all those before WM existed. So 4 wood coming back would be great, but there's no chance it happens. So 3 wood would be good. So taking vegetable at some point would be fine, although I don't have to sow that many vegetables. Like, sowing lots of green is fine for this game. I do have Scythe. Can Scythe put different goods? You cannot sow different resources on a single field. Okay. Just have to read the bottom part of the card and it answers my question. So getting to use Frontiersman twice might be a bit of a challenge. I'm definitely going to have to start player very highly in round 11. If I could start player round 11 and then start player again round 12, that would be ideal. Because then I guarantee 2 Frontiersman ticks. But if not, we maybe can pull off Reno Fence round 14 for Frontiersman as well. Interesting. Graey taking 6 stone here. Now, stone is great for his Master Huntsman. But over 6 wood? I guess him taking all the stone makes it that much more likely that he gets the all the major improvements that he wants to build. Take 3 wood here. Yeah, you know what? I don't really want Reno Fence in the last round. I'm realizing that. Because I want a fence before then so that I can actually be breeding animals. Because I need the points from breeding animals. If I wait that long to be breeding boar, I'm going to end up with no points. So next action, plow looks fine to me. BlackJackDavie's playing threshing board on family growth. He thinks he's going to get plow back? Not a chance. Not a chance. I'm going to plow next move. Is Graey going to build a stone room? Is that what's happening here? Pay a wood. Get a token. Plow is now 2 times plow and a bake for him. Yeah. Yeah, lots of good efficiency out of it. If you're not going to use the both, then 1 cattle isn't the worst. Yeah, that's probably where we're at. That I have to take, I have the option of taking 1 cattle or speculating that I'll get round 12 and round 13. Because I don't really want to take although 1 stone might be okay. Because if, let's say I don't spend any more stone, I have scythe and brewery in hand. So 1 stone might actually be fine. And I think it might be better than 1 cattle. Because 1 stone gets me, yeah, brewery and scythe. Which I think I would probably want to play both. So I think we're going to last action take 1 stone, jump, and then jump to something else in round 11. But yeah, certainly Frontiersman, getting you 1 stone, not great. It's going to be a little like Old Hiker, I guess. Where it gets you the 1 resource and then it gets you the action back. But it comes later. No one start playing is really good. I'm quite happy about that. I think I'm taking a vegetable here, or I'm fencing. I like fencing. Yeah, I like fencing. Fence 4, and then we're gonna spend 1, 2 to buy a pair of boar, and then we're gonna also buy another. We'll buy, this is just food, so we'll spend, we'll eat another cattle to buy this cattle. So that is, I ate 4 and I spent 3, so that's net plus 1. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think I did that right. So it ends up being net minus 1 food because I gain 1 food on the cattle and I lose 2 food on the boar. Where's the guest from? From Forest Farmer. And I'm going to first move start player here. I'm going to first move start player scythe. So I need to go back and pick up more wood to pay for my last forest farmer. So maybe scythe is not a great move there because of that. It's too late now. Also, I get plus GG. Yeah, maybe. Is Mare Candidate a better action than... Mare Candidate a better action than taking 3 wood? Mare Candidate gets me 2 stone. Mare Candidate, I probably lose a point from the 1 leftover wood if I play Mare Candidate. So I think taking the wood here is fine. I can always go back and build stables. So I want to see. I want to see family growth, but Plauso would be good, really good as well. Both of those things would be very good for me. Gray's got Bridge Farmer. Yeah, very nice. It's going to help him catch up on his fields. And he's got Recycler too. Oh, man. I wonder if he also got the... I wonder if he had time to get the House Builder. Yeah, looks like it. Take the stone here. Get a guest token from Frontiersman. So now the Magician is maybe not such a Frontiersman. Maybe the Frontiersman should be... Who's a Frontiersman? Field Warden? Field Warden would do well on the frontier. Woodcutter? A literal lumberjack? Maybe a mansion? Maybe. Mansion seems... I would not have drafted Collector's Vase so high if I had Mansion. So I think that's unlikely. I think it's just he has a lot of resources because of Collector's Vase, and also because he's going to build a bunch of rooms. So last move here, take a vegetable in case we see Plauso next round. BlackJackDavie's going to Reno and play Old Tools, it looks like. Anything to slow Gray down, I'm happy to see. Thanks, Tim Pembo. Have a good day. I could sow grain, yeah. I guess I'm thinking that I could sow in round 12 and round 14. I was thinking that as well. I do want to oversow, you're right. Thing is, right now I can only sow, like if I get plow sow, sowing the vegetable would be pretty nice. Now, if I don't sow here and plow sow doesn't come out and I don't get a plow sow action, this is quite a bit worse, but... The thing is, I can sow twice. I can sow 2 grain fields twice and end up with 10 grain, which is what Brewery wants me to do. Well, Brewery wants me to end up with 12 grain. I have 4. Sowing 2 grain fields twice gets me to 8, then to 12. So actually, all I need to do is sow 2 grain fields twice to hit my max brewery. Assuming I don't eat any grain. As soon as I start eating grain, then I need more sow actions. But sowing 2 grain twice is enough for a max point brewery. Brewery. Words are hard. Dava cattle. Breed my boar. I definitely have some issues with points. Putting it mildly. Alright, so we're frontiersmaning here, and we'll also forest farm here. So getting 2 guest tokens this round seems okay. So I would be happy to start player with my second action. I could start player brewery with my second action into family growth. Playing aquaculture would be kind of nice as well. Aquaculture guarantees round 14 that I get a sow action. Now, ideally, I would like to plow sow round 14, but if I have to fish sow, that would be okay. Start player for family growth without is really vital. Yeah, I agree. Getting that family growth action is going to be huge. Gray will take wood. 4 wood, yeah. Oh, so the question is, does Field Watchman want either of those moves? Maybe. No, Gray's playing Animal Pen here. Wow, Animal Pen. Just to style on us? Well, I think I should probably take 4 wood then, just to deny Gray the wood. And also it's stables for me, so... Yeah, I don't really think Animal Pen is good here. I think it's probably just as good to play Collector's Vase. I think it's on Reno. So he's going to double Reno with Giant. Double Reno up to a stone house. Yeah, the pottery seems to say that it's Reno. You're right. Yep. So that he can build a stone room. Makes sense. Giant double Reno into build a room into family growth. He's foregoing the clay room, you mean? Yeah. But he was a read short anyways. Yeah. I don't know. He does get a bunch of fields from doing this. Really possible to woodblock him with Giant? Well, if he's using Giant to double Reno here, he can't Giant anything else, right? Person should not be on family growth. I think he's not supposed to have 3 wood. I think he's only supposed to have 1 wood. Wow, family growth wheeled. He says he went up to 5 from cooking the 2 boar last round. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play brewery here. On start player. So I have 3 more moves still. So I'm ready to buy sheep round 13, which is good. I could take sheep just for food. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna, like, we can't prevent him from fencing 7. But we could probably prevent him from fencing 12, and that's a pretty big difference in number of points. And also in terms of animal capacity. Although it looks like... I guess if he's going to build in to grow this round... I don't know. The wood is available and there's 4 sheep available. Although, to be fair, he might get 6 wood next round. BlackJackDavie would pass 6 wood for plow sow, probably. Or for, yeah, for plow sow. If the sheep wheel for me, yeah, I would love the sheep. And I'll make sure that the 3 wood doesn't go to 6 wood. Because, yeah, Gray getting to giant 12 wood would be um, very, very, very strong. What happened to 2 of my grain? I just spent them for brewery. I built a brewery, so I guess it's like sunk like investment costs. Like you don't actually start like I tried to brew a couple grain and it didn't turn out so well. So that was me testing the facility for food safety. Take the 4 sheep here. They're the seed capital. There you go. Yeah. We were testing out our how to get the right flavor. Keep 2 sheep. Oh, I can keep them in my house. That's a good point. Or I can keep them in my up here. That's right. No, you know what? Dealing sheep and dealing cattle is equivalent. It's the equivalent number of food, right? Because you spend 3, get 8, 5. Spend 1, get... No, it's not. What am I saying? I'm thinking of that's with a fireplace that it's equivalent. Do it that way. I'm just seeing you if you're awake, Sid. Oh my god. Gray's got honeymoon. Oh man. I will definitely want stables. Yeah. Yeah, I need the animal capacity. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was, Loman's lyric. It was an odd one. I kind of wish I could take a read here so that I could have start player aquaculture second action available. But I guess my last move is probably just to play um, vegetable. Manure spreader is a sheep for a point in the last round, which I probably don't want to do. I'm not going to get more than 1 sow actions. Yeah, I'm only going to get 1 more sow action total, so vegetable for 1 point is fine. Yeah. Oh, weird. Alright, so start of the round, I'm fencing. Oh, I forgot I get another 2 grain here. I have more than enough grain. So 2 food for my fencing. And then I'm going to spend another 1, 2, 3 to get a pair of cattle. And then I can get a boar by eating Yeah, sheep I want to breed twice. Boar I want to breed twice. So whatever I buy here is just food. So I'll buy the boar for net plus 1 food. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, Frontiersman was not great. Yeah, Breeder's Market just ends up being food with Animal Breeder. It ends up being 3 food. But to be fair, the last game we saw at Breeder's Market in, we had, oh, that great card, Pasteurization Expert. And Breeder's Market plus Pasteurization Expert was like... Yeah, I mean, it got us 1 stone, and it got us an action late in round 12. I've seen it be pretty good. The fact that Frontiersman can use non-accumulating spaces, I think, is a big point in Frontiersman's favor. I don't think that's the case. So Reno, I have Reno available to me. Grey grabs a pair of cattle. It's also getting him wood. Plow Sow would be amazing, but Field Watchman will take Plow Sow. Plow 1 Field is fine. Plow 1 Field is a fine move for me. I'll value Sow Bake pretty highly, but I think I might not get Sow Bake, so I should probably plan to use Aquaculture. It depends. I mean, it's a timing thing, right? Visiting Quarryman, you have to get out before you want those clay and stone actions. Um, 3 wood would have been okay as well. I wonder if I should have taken 3 wood to prevent Graey from gianting 3 wood. Because 3 wood would have been another 2 stable, so it's also 2 points. Well, like in this game, my food was too tight in stage 1 for me to play Visiting Quarryman. So Frontiersman, the fact that I can use it on Plow Sow was good. But of course, Visiting Quarryman would have activated on the 1 stone space as well, so... Yeah, Grey did giant on the 3 wood. Yeah, maybe I should have blocked that space. Field Watchman has to take 1 reed and stone in order to be able to Reno. I kind of want to take 1 reed just to play Aquaculture in the last round, in case I don't get Sow Bake. Although, Field Watchman... Well, he's going to want to put a vegetable on his beetroot patch. Although, without any other plows, it doesn't seem that good. First move. Or, sorry, Plow Sow first move. Grey's got 0 crops. So we might get first action Sow Bake. The problem is, if we could get Family Growth, that would be even better. Like, are we going to wheel Family Growth first move? Field Watchman would also like Family Growth. Grey does not care for it. BlackJackDavie does want it, but he'll Plow Sow. to think here. Yeah, let's build our stables here, I suppose. No, you know what? I need to leave myself points for the end of the game. I'm gonna run out of points if I do that. There are no improvements for me to play, except for the joinery. I could take stone and maybe build the joinery or the Bakers's Workshop. You know what? I'm going to take one reed to play aquaculture on Reno improvement. We'll let BlackJackDavie use Reno fence. And it keeps Field Watchman away from being able to Reno in the last round. Maybe that's okay. And then I'm going to dove a cattle and breed everything else. Dove A feed 7. Breed everything else. Yeah. I could brew. Brewery is good. Should I brew something? I guess I don't want to have to eat animals at the end of the game. So brew a grain seems okay. Yeah, because I want to let my cattle go up to 6, my boar go to 5, my sheep go to 4. So yes, brewing a grain seems fine. Does Graey really need 2-point actions though? I think taking for Graey taking... Oh, no. Okay, well, Gray's definitely going to want to do a sow action. He just played Market Woman. Unless Field Watchman blocks his one grain action, his one vegetable action. Come on, Field Watchman. Come on. Come on. Take one grain. Take one grain. Nah, it's never happening. He might even have a miner that gets him vegetables. So, yeah, I'm going to need to use aquaculture. So I actually feel better about that one read action. So my moves next round are Reno, sow, take wood, stables. Maybe BlackJackDavie will block the vegetable. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No, he's not going to block the vegetable. He can sow 2 vegetables next round for maxed vegetable points. He could grow in round 14. Who needs to grow early or on time? Oh, he says to grow or not to grow. So he's debating it at least. Maybe Davie as Master Builder. BlackJackDavie's playing Shipyard. Hopefully he doesn't try to use it after I play Aquaculture. That's right, obsolete man. So we got Master Huntsman and Market Woman. 2 pretty good picks. So first pick Storehouse Keeper for Davie ahead of... Which would he pick it ahead of? Master Huntsman or Market Woman? I'm not sure which. It's kind of unusual fence layout. Fencing 10 that way. Yeah, I might have Master Builder, and one more field. It's weaker I know it's weaker than both of them. My question is which is close. But yeah, he did have very good synergy. You're right about that. So BlackJackDavie wants to build the Basque Maker's Workshop with all that reed he's got sitting there. But he's going to first move So Bake. Or not So Bake, Plow So. Plow So Bake Plow, to be precise. Yeah, that's right. Whoa! Whoa! BlackJackDavie's first action renoing. What? Okay, well, we're that much more likely to get first move So Big, which means we don't have to play aquaculture. But that's crazy. Man, Graey is kicking himself for not taking vegetable last round. Holy. Yeah. Does he think so? I guess he thinks Plow is going to wheel. I don't even know. Or, yeah, he wants to bake all his grain for cookies. I don't get it. But the thing is, he's not getting So Bake back. I'm going to So Bake. Seems like a big mistake. He needs defense too. So he likes both Reno actions, so he doesn't need to Reno first move here. Yeah. That just changed quite a bit this round. Changed this round quite a bit, to be more precise. Grey didn't take veg, and Grey's kicking himself for not taking veg. That's what he's doing right now. He's saying, I can't believe I did not take vegetable. He's taking vegetable first move here. Oh, man. Yeah, he last move fenced. Although, to be fair, if he did take vegetable, he would still have to fence. Because if he doesn't regularly fence, well, I guess it's a question of what's the point difference between fencing and plow sow. Because plow sow would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, whereas 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, fencing was more points than plow sow. So as soon as BlackJackDavie shows he's not going to use the regular fence action, Graey might have had to go there. I'm gonna sow with scythe. Unless he has turnip field, yeah. Some pressure on Reno you're not seeing? Nope. Maybe he thought the Basque Maker's Workshop was too important. He might have missed scythe, yeah. He does get bake on plow. But he doesn't get a sow action, yeah. Alright, so we can eat... this is good, though. We can eat a vegetable and a grain to feed 10. So even if we family growth and play an occupation, we have enough. But we're not going to play an occupation. So now I need animal capacity, so building stables is really good. If family growth, even without room wheels, we definitely take that. Did not. So now we're planning to get on, build a room. So we'll take 4 wood here. I'm probably going to have a dead action here. No, Reno. What am I saying? Dead action. Reno and then stables. Why didn't you bake another grain to cookie? I don't know. I don't know. He's saying he's going to do it now. Yeah, that's fine. He just realized there's no point in keeping that last grain. Sometimes when you're baking with the stone oven, you forget that you can also bake with the clay oven. I do it all the time. So brewery is 4 points for me, I believe. No, only 3. Oh, it doesn't give me a point for my 10th grain. Schnapps Distillery gives me a point for the second thing. That's a shame. Let's start marking our points here. Well, I have a very pretty farm, but it is lacking on points. Although the animal score is quite good, and I've maxed crops. I do have a couple negatives, though. Only 4 family members in a 3-room clay house, so there are definite downsides. But I'm going to end the game with 4 fenced stables. I suppose I should play into constable, although nobody else would play constable in this situation, so. He would have wheeled major into Reno fence. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he should have opened plow, so I agree. It's nice not to have any negatives. We can just not have any negatives. And now someone's going to play Plow Feast, and I'm going to hate myself. Graey is going to giant 12 clay. Damn! So much clay. VG 2 food. 8. And we breed all our sheep. So I have my final score plus 4. So end up at 47. Not bad. Probably not enough to win, but it's okay. Let's look at Gray's got 42 plus 5, it looks like. So yeah, we probably lose to Graey. BlackJackDavie's got... Oh, BlackJackDavie's got us beat too. So yeah, we're probably in 3rd at the end here. Too bad. Unless I have to eat some food. Unless I have to eat some points at the end. Yeah, no, Gray's got 51. Oh, too bad. Neither of them are playing Master Builder. Yeah, I don't know how that ended up happening. Not enough of a point ceiling. Yeah, I'm surprised that brewery doesn't give you the extra point for the 10th grain. I guess I thought it was just the equivalent of schnapps distillery, where it does give you that. It would make group brewery quite a bit stronger, though, I guess, because getting your 10th grain is fairly easy compared to getting one extra grain is easier than one extra vegetable. Yeah, we did lose to BlackJackDavie as well. Too bad. Yeah. Point ceiling. Point ceiling. Needed maybe a guild or something, but it's hard to see. It's hard to see where I would have the actions to get the guilds. Hard to see where I would have the actions to get the guilds. Like, yeah, recycler might have been. Yeah, recycler might have been good. Let's take a look. Although I guess the stats with G8 are not really very useful. Okay. Well, guys, that's the end of game number 1 on 2 and Tuesday. Congrats to Graey. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little video, and we'll be back shortly.